Hi, my name is Robertson. This is my ceremonial speech, and here's my audience.
Okay.
Marcus Luttrell once said, "I will never quit. My nation expects me to be physically harder and mentally stronger than my enemies. If I knock down, I will get back up every time. I will draw on every remaining ounce of strength to protect my enemy, to accomplish our mission. I am never out of fight." Have you ever seen Lone Survivor? It is a movie based on a true story about Operation Red Wing mission gone bad. Luttrell, the lone survivor, puts his life in danger as he fights for the nation. Marcus Luttrell is an honorable former U.S. Navy SEAL. My three main points are: 1, Marcus Luttrell is heroic; 2, Marcus Luttrell is an inspiration to many; 3, Marcus Luttrell is humble. When someone puts their own life in danger for others, it makes them a true hero. 1, Marcus Luttrell is heroic. According to the website military.com, an article by Stephen Baja, Luttrell was deployed to Afghanistan in 2005 on the Operation Red Wing mission. The objective of the mission was to locate Mohammed Ismail, a top-ranked member of the Taliban. While in the hills of the Taliban, Luttrell's team was identified by goat herders in the Taliban. The SEALs discussed what to do with them, either let them go or kill them, so they don't blow their cover. Luttrell's vote was to let them go, and that's what the team majority vote was. The herders were released, and within 1 hour, dozens of Taliban combatants swarmed the SEALs. The battle was very intense, and all the SEALs were killed except Luttrell. Even though he suffered many injuries, he crawled and walked 7 miles to a nearby village where he was taken and protected. The villagers' managed to contact the U.S. military forces, and a successful rescue was launched. According to an article, The Daily Beast by Daniel Klaidman, Luttrell began working on a book about his experience in 2006. Luttrell was still very sad and introverted. He suffered from traumatic experience. He would get up in the middle of the night to make sure the door was locked because more than once the Taliban had managed to blast through the door of the house where Luttrell had been taken refuge in the village. Luttrell is still haunted by the decision to either free the goat herders. My first main point proved that Marcus Luttrell was heroic. All over social media, the video about Luttrell giving an inspirational speech to the Alabama football team became public. 2, Marcus Luttrell is an inspiration to many. According to the speech on Fox Sports that Luttrell gave to the Alabama football team, he starts off by talking about all the hard falls and hits, and even how he broke his back in 2 places. He told the team never did Luttrell and his fellow SEAL decide to back down. None of his team died alone. He was always at the side. He believes quitting isn't an option. On a 7-mile trek to get help, he would draw a line with a rock in the dirt and try to get past it, and kept doing it over and over again. He wasn't going to stop ever. Every team has a bond. If one goes down, they all go down together. After the speech, Alabama football team fought to victory, beating number 1 team Mississippi State to a 25-20 to the number 1 team Mississippi State to a 25-20 victory. One of the players said his message was great. It makes him feel he can do anything. He said everyone was positive and fired up. Another player said he made me believe that anything is possible. To review my second main point, Marcus Luttrell is an inspiration to many. After some people perform a heroic task, they often get a big head about it and don't perform any further positive tasks. My third main point is Marcus Luttrell is humble. According to LoneSurvivorFoundation.org, created by Luttrell, after surviving his operation in Afghanistan, Marcus returned home to his ranch in Texas, to the center of his post-combat recovery and restoration. Marcus had time to recover, think, and feel the love and support of family and friends of his wounds. While honoring his lost comrades from Operation Red Wing, Marcus established the Lone Survivor Foundation in 2010. The Lone Survivor Foundation restores, empowers, and renews hope for the wounded service members and their families through health, wellness, and therapeutic support. Overseas deployment and combat takes a serious toll on everyone involved. Transitioning to post-military life, whether wounded in combat or adjusting to life in general, will cause difficulty for service members and possible their families. My third main point demonstrated how Luttrell is humble. I believe the story of the fight Luttrell had to dedicate to his nation is inspiring and people to push through even when times are hard. Luttrell said, "Fear is a force that sharpens your sense. Being afraid is a state of paralysis. in which you can't do anything. I believe that this could be a life lesson for many people. Being afraid of something is normal, but you can't stand still and not do something about it. Lone Survivor was one of my favorite movies this past year because it is a true story on a remarkable event about a brave man and his team. Marcus Luttrell is an honorable former U.S. Navy SEAL. To go over my three main points was 1. Marcus Luttrell is heroic, Marcus Luttrell is an inspiration to many, and 3. Marcus Luttrell is humble.